Spiker Jones. Yeah. And I just learned something, Gene. What about Spike Jones?
Oh, well, Spike Jones was a graduate of Calipatria High School. His father worked for the railroad, and my grandmother went to school with him many, many years ago.
There's a church veil lifted.
Okay, so another claim to fame, Spike Jones and Groovy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was gone. But I remember his picture. Everybody knew where it was hanging in the old hallway of the school before they tore it down.
Okay. And an incredible musician, because to be bad on purpose, you have to be very good.
I remember, what was it? She went by Mrs. Rogers, and she would sing, and she intentionally sang off key, which is if you can stay on key, it's very difficult to sing off key.
Yeah, I guess that you have to be very good to be
bad.
Bad,
yeah.
Yes. New study out shows Michigan is the most dangerous U.S. state for winter driving.
I can believe that.
Now, I grew up in Michigan and learned to drive in Michigan. But one of the things you learn very early on, when you're driving on an icy road in Michigan, your car can go into a skid that ends in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw that one coming. Shoo,
yeah, okay.
There he went. Yeah.
Yes.
Slid all the way to Seattle.
Yeah, you pretty much could. And, well, Tesla. There are a few of them around the valley. Tesla is working on high-tech stuff for its cars every time you turn around.
Yeah, going to have a steering wheel now.
Yeah. Well, there's a plan. They will replace windshield wipers with lasers. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right?
That's right.
Yes. And I understand they're working on another plan where headlights will be replaced by nuclear-powered photon plasma diffusers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yes, sirree.
Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, yes.
Okay. Actor Ernie Hudson of the Ghostbusters fame and others is 74. Actor, comedian Eugene Levy is 73. Actress Marilyn Hassett, 72. Actor Wes Studi is 72. Jim Bonfantini of the Raspberries, 71. Actor Joel Brooks is 70. And actor Barry Livingston, the youngest of my three sons, 66. Actor Bill Pullman, 66. Producer, director Peter Farrelly is 63. Mike Mills of REM, 61. Singer Sarah Dallin of Bananarama, it's your favorite group, 58. Actress Laurie Holden is 50. Actor Sean Patrick Thomas, 49. Actress Claire Forlani is 48. Actress Sarah Paulson is 45. Actor Giovanni Ribisi, 45. And I would assume his twin Marissa Ribisi is also 45. Actress Mila Jovovich is 44. Actress Shannon Woodward, 35. Actress Emma Bell, 33. Actor Graham Rogers is 29. Local birthdays just ahead.
Enter to win a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
I love cake.
Yeah! Oh, yes.
Every week, we'll give away a delicious Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake, and you could win.
I think it's time to celebrate!
Do you have a birthday?
Mm-hmm. Roger that.
Yes.
Then call, email, or regular mail us the date, include your name, address, and phone number. Every Friday morning, we'll pick a winner for that week. Send us the birthdays of your family, your coworkers, and your friends. We'll put the information in our database, then send them birthday greetings on their special day. And every week, we pick a winner for the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
Where no matter how you slice it, it's a piece of cake.
Let's see who will have their cake and eat it, too.
Don't wait. Enter now and get ready to win.
Oh, my God, really? That is too cool.
On AM 1230.
We're celebrating our Kxo Cold Stone Creamery birthdays. Happy birthday, Ariana Esquivel. Hector Gonzalez, Hannah Miner, Mara Sanchez, Teresa Araujo, Efrain Silva, Raymond Alvarado, Humberto Tapia, John Anthony Aguilar, Keith Roussel, Mia Alvarez, Mary Elizabeth Guzman, and Larry Bratton. Happy birthday from KXO and Cold Stone Creamery. And everybody on our list eligible for the KXO Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cakes we give away every Friday.
Friday, yes.
Today is a sticky day. It's Maple Syrup Day.
Okay.
And I forgot to mention, Pope Francis is 83 today.
All right.
Yes.
Doesn't look a day over 81, but...
No. Let's see. Or as his friends here in the Imperial Valley refer to him as Pope Pancho.
Pope Pancho.
Yes.
Okay. Very appropriate.
So lots of things still going on in and around the Imperial Valley, right?
Right.
Yes.
If you're saying you're looking for things to do, you're looking in the wrong place.
Yes. Look on the KXO website, click on our community calendar, and we'll tell you about some of the things that are happening.
You're going to be surprised.
Yes.
Promise.
Okay. How about we surprise you with news?
Residential fire in the news in Brawley coming up.
And we've got a look at World and California news headlines, and we're going to jump in with that, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. What? Your heater didn't work? Well, I know. It got chilly this morning. Call your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Heating and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialists.
California headline news. Hours after a statewide Amber Alert had been issued in San Jose, a 24-year-old man accused of stabbing his girlfriend and kidnapping their 2-year-old daughter is spotted at a San Luis Obispo County gas station by customers who recognized him.
Someone recognized the car, recognized the suspect and the child inside the car, and they took action. And now we have a safe resolution. We have the child, which was our #1 priority. That's safe.
Enrique Garcia with San Jose Police. The child with protective services, 24-year-old Victor Magana, had been considered armed and dangerous. Students at a Laverne High School remembering a teacher who died trying to save a stranded hiker. Back in class Monday, students like Hector Varela called Tim Staples a great guy.
He was always someone I looked up to. He was a true role model for me. Someone that I wanted to model myself after.
Staples died Saturday during a search on Mount Baldy for a hiker who went missing a week ago. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker with its star-studded Hollywood premiere Monday night. It opens this weekend. Chef Scott, California News.
Yes, summer is over, but it still can get hot. You can rely on York's Affinity Premium Comfort System to keep your home cool and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology that automatically adjusts to meet demand, helping to significantly reduce your energy bill. You can stay connected via Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat with programmable reminders and selectable operating modes to optimize your comfort. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency. Contractor license 696216.
CBS News Update. Pope Francis orders a church veil lifted on priest sex abuse cases. Correspondent Seth Doan is in Rome.
Officials here at the Vatican are calling it historic, one of the most significant results of that landmark sex abuse summit that was held in February. Now, it was actually Pope Benedict who instituted the pontifical secret in sex abuse cases in 2001. Remember, back as controversy exploded.
One survivor in Chile says the carnival of obscurity is over. But others, like David Clossie with the group SNAP, say the Pope's order isn't enough.
Until Vatican officials start demoting and disciplining and defrocking bishops who hide predators, nothing will change. No rules will make any difference at all.
The Pope issued the new law on his 83rd birthday in response to growing demands for transparency and accountability. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
And World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning They are your year-round comfort specialists.
Do you know Celso formerly from Valley Auto Parts and CarQuest? He's the best machinist in the Valley, and he's now at Centinela Motorsports Machine Shop, your engine rebuild experts. Engine boring, engine balancing, grinding crankshafts, rebuilding heads, head shaving, and head resurfacing. From professional motor restoration to high-performance custom jobs. They've got the tools, and they know how to use them. Pickup and delivery available. Come see Celso, best machinist in the Valley, at Centinela Machine Shop, 423 West Dayton Road on the corner of Myrtle Drive, just off of Highway 86.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the Valley, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue, next to Food for Less in El Centro.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, a structure fire in Brawley. It was reported in the Historica neighborhood in the 300 block of J Street. The mid-morning Monday time frame, a fire started in one home and spread to the adjacent house. Brawley Fire Department responded to the blaze and quickly summoned mutual aid. 10 different departments responded, including NAF, El Centro, Imperial County, and Holtville. The smoke was intense as police went door to door, evacuating the neighborhood. The 2 houses on fire were occupied, but the residents were able to escape. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Officials say it could be days before all the damage is assessed. Well, the CBP border statistics are available. George Gale filed this story.
They cover the last fiscal year. Statistics are for the ports of entry in San Diego and Imperial counties. Customs and Border Protection officers performed more than 78 million inspections of travelers, seized more than 104 tons of illegal narcotics, and apprehended almost 35,000 immigration violators. Officers inspected more than 31 million passenger vehicles, more than 1.4 million trucks, almost 55,000 buses, and almost 22 million pedestrians entering the United States. Narcotic seizures increased 24% over the last year. The enforcement efforts accounted for 39% of the marijuana, 13% of the cocaine, 47% of the heroin, 63% of the methamphetamine seized at ports of entry nationwide. 1,431 wanted fugitives were arrested. Inadmissible aliens were at 33,466 last fiscal year, down 6% from the previous year. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. Guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Well, they call it Christmas in the Dark. It happens this Saturday. It will be hosted by the City of Calipatria at Rademacher Park. The event runs from 4 to 10 p.m. and will include a light parade with Santa arriving on a fire engine and gifts donated by the City of Calipatria and Calipatria's Little League. The event is free and includes food vendors, a kids zone, tamale contest, live music, and a beer garden. Well, the Imperial City Council will be active coming up tonight or tomorrow night. George Gale has the story.
They will hold their last meeting of the year. The meeting will be held Wednesday. Council goes into closed session at 6:30 p.m. Open session begins at 7 p.m. Council meets in the council chambers at 200 West 9th Street in Imperial. During this week's meeting, the city council is expected to name city attorney Dennis Morita as the interim city manager. The council will also reorganize, selecting a new mayor and mayor pro tem for 2020. Council will recognize outgoing mayor Robert Amparano for his tenure during the 2019 calendar year. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane, 2 locations in the Valley, 1 in Brawley, another in El Centro. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Are you struggling for a last-minute gift? Well, head to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time. And at the Peanut Patch, you're going to find homemade chocolates. Oh, yes. They make their own English toffee, either plain or covered in milk chocolate. Pecan turtles to die for. They make them from scratch. The Peanut Patch. Old-fashioned, the way it should be. Yeah, friendly people, great items, and a lot of fun. Think about it. The Peanut Patch. You're going to find them in Yuma. The best way? Hey, well, go to Google Maps, ask Siri, ask Alexa, get directions to the Peanut Patch in Yuma, and, get your shopping done now. Page 2 of the local news next, and the weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Local news continues. The annual Shop with a Cop is coming up. Here's more on that story.
It is coming up this Saturday. This will be the 20th annual Shop with a Cop event in El Centro. First responders are paired with a qualified child for a $100 shopping spree at Target. Between $12,000 and $15,000 is raised to ensure over 100 children can be served each year. This year, 120 children have been chosen to participate. That is the highest number of children since the event began 20 years ago. The Imperial Valley Shop with a Cop operates under the umbrella of United Families, an agency that provides child care services for low-income families in the Imperial and Riverside counties. They work with the first responders, local service clubs, and businesses to meet their goal every year. Saturday afternoon, the kids will be taken to lunch at Southwest High School. Then a caravan of first responders with sirens blaring will transport the children to Target. Caravan will be led by Santa Claus. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, Caltrans says the Interstate 8 update project has been completed. The project involved a 48-mile stretch of Interstate 8 from State Route 111 just east of El Centro to the California-Arizona border. The I-8 update project was completed in 5 segments as continuously reinforced concrete pavement, or CRCP, was used to upgrade the roadway. CRCP is a process that incorporates placing steel reinforcing bars within the concrete along the entire length of the lanes. The results are a smoother ride, and expected life can be more than 70 years. The $322.3 million project was completed on time and under budget with a savings of nearly $95 million. The completed project will be celebrated on Wednesday, December 18th at the Caltrans Midway Maintenance Yard. A ribbon-cutting ceremony coming up later this week. George Gale filed this story.
It will be Thursday afternoon. The ceremony is being hosted by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District and the Imperial Valley Desert Museum. It'll celebrate the parking lot redevelopment program at the museum. Ribbon-cutting ceremony begins at 4 in the afternoon at the museum, 11 Frontage Road in Ocotillo. Chamber Mixer will follow the ceremony. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Due to a lack of items, there will be no City Council meeting in Brawley on the 17th. Next regular Brawley Council meeting will be held Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurances.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says cooler temperatures and breezy conditions are expected today behind a cold front that recently moved through the region. The coldest temperatures so far this winter are expected tonight as they drop to below freezing over certain portions of the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Another dry frontal system will pass through the region on Wednesday into Thursday. A warming trend begins Friday and into next weekend as high pressure briefly builds back in over the region. Highs by this weekend will warm into the low 70s. Clouds ahead of a Pacific storm system will move into the region as early as Sunday through Monday. 65 the high yesterday, 36 the low. Sunny today with a high near 60. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the north. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming mostly clear. Look for a low of about 37. West wind 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, there will be increasing clouds with a high near 61. Northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Right now in El Centro, 39 degrees, 35 degrees at NAF El Centro, 36 in Sealy, 37 in Calexico. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Thick Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
Sports Time brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. That's where you'll find what you need when you need it. Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints dismantled the Indianapolis Colts last night. Brees broke Peyton Manning's career touchdown record with a 5-yard pass to tight end Josh Hill midway through the third quarter and just continued to roll 34-7. New Orleans on top as Brees, tossed a couple of other home run balls. Speaking of the NFL, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Josh Gordon has been suspended indefinitely for violating the NFL's policies on performance-enhancing substances and substances of abuse. Josh Gordon with a drug problem? Oh, my. And Terrell Suggs has been claimed off waivers. Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs claimed the 17-year veteran pass rusher off waivers. Meanwhile, Janoris Jenkins, waived by the Giants, apparently has been claimed by the New Orleans Saints.
If you've been putting off your holiday shopping or just can't seem to find the right gift for that special someone, let your friends at Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. There's still time to visit one of our Do-It centers for a wide range of unique and practical gift ideas. You'll be surprised with what we have in store for you. Why wait in line at a crowded big box retailer? Our Do-It centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a warehouse store with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. We know exactly what Valley residents are looking for because we're locally owned and family operated, serving this community for over a century. And remember, we're open 7 days a week. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, or Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done this holiday season with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company.
NBA action, the Wizards whipped the Pistons 133-119. The Raptors ran past the Cavaliers 133-113. Mavericks over the Bucks 121-16. Thunder topped the Bulls 109-106. Rockets, they got by the Spurs 109-107. It was the Grizzlies 118, Heat 111, and the Trailblazers topped the Suns 111-110. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, wishes you a very Merry Christmas. We hope that 2019 has been good to you, and Shelley and Danny Wilkinson and the entire team can make your dream of home ownership come true in the new year. They will work with you and for you to attain that goal. Just imagine next Christmas snuggled in your very own new home. Visit them online or at their offices in the Valley Plaza Center. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team. Financial news and weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles Complete Salon Services. Call for an appointment or you can walk in. Styles and Smiles, located right by Cardenas Market on Imperial Avenue in El Centro. U.S. industrial production jumped 1.1% in November, the biggest gain in more than 2 years. The gain was close to Wall Street expectations, but for the past year, production is still down 0.8%. Output had been down in 3 of the past 5 months. Manufacturing surged in November, led by a 12.4% gain in production of cars and trucks and related parts. This is a rebound following the end of the United Auto Workers strike against General Motors. Economists think the GM strike is just transitory noise in the data. They are still deep issues facing the factory sector as businesses pull back investment plans and global trade flows shrink. Still, many economists are talking about how the factory sector is stabilizing. Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 26 points at 28,266. S&P 500 at 3,194. That's up 336. And the NASDAQ about even at 8,814. Gold is off $1.30 an ounce at $1,479.20. Give me 3. And oil up 64 cents a barrel.
The holidays are getting close, and Styles and Smiles Complete Salon Service wants to make sure that you're looking your best. Celebrate the holidays with your new look. For a limited time, get $20 off of a color combo and highlight from Styles and Smiles. And call now to make your appointment, 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Hey, hairdressers, Styles and Smiles is looking for 2 stylists. Yes, they have 2 chairs that are open. Just call 960-2382 and apply. That's 960-2382. Or stop by Styles and Smiles by Cardenas Market on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 60, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming clear. Look for a low around 37 degrees, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, increasing clouds with a high near 61, northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Right now, downtown, we're looking at 40 degrees, 52% relative humidity. The wind downtown El Centro is calm. Financial news and weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles to make you, well, their mission to make you look your best. Styles and Smiles, located right by Cardenas Market on Imperial Avenue in El Centro. It's our 24-hour gift to you, the magic of Christmas, an Imperial Valley tradition on AM 1230. It captures the feeling of this special time of year, the magic of Christmas, beginning at noon Christmas Eve and continuing through noon Christmas Day. Presented by
Haven & Sons Trucking, Roto-Rooter of Imperial Valley, Stan's Auto Body and Repair, and Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team.
Join us on AM 1230 and feel the magic of Christmas.
The magic of Christmas. The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. They're picking up the pieces today in several states in the Deep South after violent weather. Tornadoes are blamed for 3 deaths, more than a dozen injuries. This woman's in Alexandria, Louisiana.
Devastation. It's bad. There's animals out, houses tore down.
There's houses.
The barns are gone. Houses that used to be here, you can't even find them anymore.
The Northeast is getting blasted with snow, ice, and rain. It's a rough ride in eastern Massachusetts.
It can be white knuckling it on your steering wheel.
CBS News meteorologist Jeff Baradelli.
This is a very disruptive snow and ice storm for parts of the Ohio Valley and interior parts of the Northeast, especially New England. Now, in places like New York City, Philly, and Washington, it's been rain, but in Boston, it's a mix between ice and snow. And just inland of that is a lot of ice and a lot more snow.
Some parts of the nation's midsection got nearly a foot of snow. In Washington, it's a day for the House Rules Committee to meet ahead of tomorrow's vote on 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
At this point, one day before the vote, there's only a couple of swing district Democrats who we haven't heard from. So it looks like while the Democratic Party won't be completely united in the House, pretty close to it.
Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell appeared this morning to reject a call from Democrats to call new witnesses in the expected impeachment trial next month. Former Trump campaign official Rick Gates, who pleaded guilty in the Russia investigation, learns his sentence today. He cooperated with investigators. Prosecutors are not seeking prison time for him. Pope Francis has taken new action in the Catholic Church's sex abuse scandal. CBS's Seth Doan is in Rome.
He is abolishing the pontifical secret when it comes to these investigations into clerical sex abuse. This is something that sex abuse victims for a long time have argued for because they've said the secrecy really contributes to a lack of transparency.
Well, correspondent Vicki Barker has details of the first drone delivery of life-saving medicine to a far-flung location.
They sound like lawnmowers in the sky. They could also be the sound of salvation for people with chronic conditions who live far from medical help. In this pilot project, a drone was flown from mainland Ireland,
That's the paste in the box.
delivering insulin to a diabetic living on an island 12 miles off the coast. The ultimate goal, to use drones to deliver medicines to populations cut off by geography or natural disaster.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 45 points, and the NASDAQ is up about a half point. This is CBS News.
With Capital One, you can open a new checking or savings account with no fees or minimums. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
The holidays are coming in hot. And at Ulta Beauty, so are all the last-minute beauty finds. Hurry in now and discover giftable goodies galore, like the cookie-scented Too Faced Let It Snow Girl makeup collection, an exclusive Kylie Cosmetics holiday eyeshadow palette. Plus, get foolproof stocking stuffers like gift cards, nail art, and more. So don't let the holiday hysteria get to you. Shop now and get ready to give, gather, and glow. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
The holidays. Time for hot cocoa, mistletoe, and spreading joy. A different kind of joy. The joy of pushing your limits on snowy mornings.
You feel that, Peloton? That's greatness.
The joy of getting the right motivation when you think you can't go any further.
Don't back down now.
The joy of giving it all you've got. Until tomorrow. Because our kind of joy will keep you coming back for more.
Peloton, way to work. Great job, everybody.
This holiday, give the gift of Peloton at onepeloton.com.
Boeing has suspended production of the 737 MAX jetliner. Transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve says the move comes as regulators continue to keep the jets grounded after 2 crashes.
The 737 MAX is estimated to account for about 1/3 of Boeing's revenue over the next 5 years. For months, the company has said if the MAX grounding was prolonged or stretched into 2020, they'd have to consider cutting production. Back in April, Boeing slashed output by 20%, but they've built about 400 of these 737s. They cannot deliver to airlines until the FAA certifies the plane as safe.
And Boeing says it has no plans now for any layoffs or furloughs. The Wall Street Journal reports Amazon will no longer allow third-party sellers to use FedEx's ground delivery to ship Prime packages. Performance issues are at the heart of it. The move could affect prices for customers. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and are only suitable for SEC-accredited investors.
With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now at year-end and invest in a super tax-saving investment for 2019 that can potentially provide income for up to 20 years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and a smart investment. Are you a high net worth investor? Have you recently sold a business with major capital gains? If you're a qualified accredited investor, you can potentially achieve up to 20 years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income in 2019. Call 1-800-803-8511. Encore is drilling in potentially one of the most prolific horizontal oil plays in the eastern U.S. next to proven production. Call 1-800-803-8511. If you're accredited and qualified to invest $250,000 or more, call 1-800-803-8511. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 1-800-803-8511. 1-800-803-8511.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hi. So I have this stain, and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.